Okay, so here's another tool that we can use on our completed worksheets. Let's say you spend a lot of time putting together this worksheet. The problem with it is that there's a lot of columns. I mean, if you go ahead and we'll zoom it out here so you can see this better. But this thing is really wide, all right? And if you were to maybe print this out on a sheet of paper, you'd probably find yourself having to split it into 2 pages, or if you try to put it on 1 page, it's going to have to shrink it so much to fit on that 1 page that you're not going to be able to even read it. So the thought might be to flip the worksheet so that what is now the columns will end up being the rows, and what's rows will end up being the columns. All right, we just kind of flip it almost like 90 degrees. All right, this is what we call transposing. All right, here's how it works. What we'll do is we're going to select this range just like this. Okay, we're going to do a right click on it, and we're going to copy. Now we can't flip it on top of itself, so what we're going to do is we're going to maybe go down a few rows down, do another right click, all right, and in there in the paste options area you'll see this icon right here, which is the transpose. You click onto that, it flips it. Now that to me is a lot easier to work with. So now if we look at this, a lot less width, taking advantage of the height there, and we're going to have a lot better success at fitting this onto 1 page when we go to print it, and without having to really shrink it down. All right, so we'll be able to maintain that size, maintain that readability. Now when you do this, what we might want to do then is go back up to the top here and get rid of rows 2 through 10 in this case, right? Go select those rows, do a right click on it, hit delete, all right, and then we'll get this. Now we still have this part here, which is pretty wide, and that was merged. So we could actually click onto it, hit the merge and center button again, and that will demerge it. And then we can actually go ahead and just kind of select that range like that, hit merge and center, and now we've adapted that. Now I can go here and I can maybe put the, as far as put a border, maybe a thick bottom border on that. Okay. Now we got a lot of bordering from the previous way that it was. So what I'll do is I'll basically select this whole range here, and I'm going to tell it that I want no bordering, and that'll get rid of it. All right. And then what I can do is I can maybe select this one here and tell it that I want to do the thick bottom border. So there we go on that one. And then maybe I could go down to here, select that, and do maybe the top and bottom border. See? There we go. And I'll zoom in just a little bit more so we can see this better. And there we go on that. Maybe zoom out one there. And then I can select everything and then do my double click on the column border, and that will make all the widths exactly where they should be. And there we go. So using the transpose tool is just going to really save you a lot of time because you don't have to do any typing. I love the fact that when we did that transpose, that it also redid all of our formulas. All right, so the formulas were all redone with that transpose. All right, so hopefully this will come in handy for what you're doing maybe sometimes. It's a great tool, so I appreciate you watching the video. Take care.